Hi everyone. No one's currently in here, but I'm just going to wait for people to join before I get into today's news. Um, Quite a shock, you could say. Yeah, just sharing the link now. Hopefully, people should start joining. Hi, whoever's currently watching. Let me know in the chat that sound is okay and everything because I'm currently on my laptop. Just got in from work. There's quite a few people in here now. Hi everyone. So I'll just share this out and then we'll get into it. So the news today. Hopefully, if you're watching this, you've already seen it. But this morning, Jurgen Klopp announced at the end of the season he will be leaving Liverpool Football Club. Quite a sad time for everyone. I don't think any of us were expecting it. This current season, especially the way things were going. Um, Taylor saying big up the chat and Courtney, and Dan the man saying sad but inevitable. Everyone is entitled to live a normal life, even the normal one. 100%. I can understand where Jurgen was coming from with what he was saying, but I still feel like it's a massive shock. Obviously, not that long ago he signed the extension until 2026. We're now losing them at the end of the 2023-2024 season. And this season, we're seeing Liverpool 2.0, as even Jurgen himself's been calling it. And even he's been saying earlier this season how he was so excited to see the new team progress and build, and how it gave him. There's a quote where it says it gave him a new energy. And then today, I go on saying he is literally losing energy when it comes to this. Sorry, the dog's wanting to get in next to me, so if this gets knocked, blame the dog. But yeah, it's a sad day. Did you buy season's last match ticket? No, because I am not eligible to. A lot of tickets I get through are Spurs, so I haven't got a ticket yet for that last game. I didn't get much luck in the ballot this season yet again. Um, Sad day, sure, but Klopp has to think about number one. That's why I'm okay with them. Yeah, I think the weird feeling is we've got no one to be angry at. We're just all really upset. I When I heard the news earlier on, I did cry. I was in work, and luckily I work with my dad, so he was very understandable as to why I was crying. Him himself, he couldn't believe it when we saw the video. What was everyone else's reactions and first feelings when they saw the news? We sort of had to also go, is it April Fools? Dan the man, this is what has happened when you get into your 50s. You can't fully understand it until you've lived it, definitely. The timing of the news is not right. At the middle of the season, when we're in the title race, hunting for 4 trophies, how will this galvanise the players, fans moving forward is yet to be seen. I can say as a fan myself, and plenty of others who will be going the match on Sunday, I'm loud at the match anyway. Would Sunday be a game that I would see myself coming out with no voice? Not necessarily. Will I now come out of Sunday's game with no voice? 100%. Um, Whether that's just off screaming, I'm so glad Jurgen is a red while crying my eyes out, is yet to be seen, but it will be happening. I think all the fans now are going to be putting 100% in whenever they're at the game, which is going to be mental. And I think for the players as well, the players have massive respect for Jurgen, and I think seeing a few of the pictures from training after they found out this morning, the players themselves found out today. I think the players will be getting behind the campaign a bit more, pushing a bit more, whether that's even possible. But I do think it's not going to have much of an effect on the players, in all honesty. until it starts sinking in towards the end of the season. Um, we're already getting rumours saying it was the TV show deals or it was regarding Mbappe. Them two rumours, 100% are fan-made rumours. Um, Jurgen Jurgen would have made it known these issues were affecting him to the fans before he decided to leave because he knows the fans wouldn't necessarily be up there for them decisions. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing a documentary about the football club, but I know a lot of fans, and I understand why I wouldn't want to see that. Um, but he'd definitely say something to everyone if those were the issues. I feel like. Um, who's better for the next job, Jose or Alonso? Alonso. I don't like speaking about the new job currently. I think there's a lot of things to think about when it comes to the new job. It's going to be massive shoes to fill. Do we want to bring in Alonso and have that pressure on him, or do we want to give Alonso a bit more time with Leverkusen before and have someone else for a bit and see how that goes? But we'll have to wait and see. Jack says, "Hey, Courtney, such a sad day. Who do you think will be the next in?" Like I said, my thoughts are all over with that. To be honest, I still could not. I went and saw my nan before I tell her the news about it, and my head still can't get around the fact that he's made that announcement today. Um, Doug from the Dugout Football Channel. Hi, Courtney. Sad day. I don't know how to feel. Hopefully, Klopp has a break and comes back refreshed. When I first heard about it, I thought this was a joke. Feels exactly when feels exactly when Fergie left United. I completely get that. It's probably the biggest managerial announcement the Premier League has seen since Alex Ferguson. And it's going to be the biggest one until obviously Pep probably leaves Man City. Obviously, still there to see what goes on regarding Man City with the FFP rules. Maybe that could tarnish Pep leaving. But with Jurgen, I sort of get the feeling he's saying about this year, about he wants a year off and never know, he could go and manage Germany for a bit after then. That's a big rumour going around. But I also feel like, say in 2-3 years' time, we have a new manager, it is not working out, the club's struggling. God forbid, I hope whoever comes in after Jurgen has a brilliant career just like Jurgen's. But say it doesn't work out, I wouldn't be surprised if Jurgen decides in a year or two he's had a rest, he doesn't want to quite retire, and maybe comes back in for another 2 seasons. I hope he doesn't have to. I hope he leaves, his legacy is like cemented, and then we sort of see a new era at Anfield. But I also think that is a possibility. Um, Doug also says, let's get behind the players. This will galvanise them for sure, 100%. Dan, come on, when is the right time, if not now? He has to leave the club ample time to adjust to reality what lies ahead. The players will be refocused and play 100% for these 4 trophies. Completely agree. And last season, when we didn't make it into the Champions League, a lot of people made it the point of, now Jurgen can win the Europa League. Like, it's trophies not won with us. And there's not many trophies he's not won with us. And I think it'd be nice to sort of see it sort of get ended in Dublin, winning the Europa League. I'd wish it was the Champions League, don't get me wrong, but a European Cup is a European Cup at the end of the day, and the fact that he's not won it is massive. So yeah. Veronica, thank you for the £2 super chat saying bring on the Canaries on Sunday. Sunday is going to be a whole mix of emotions, and I know Jurgen said it, don't sing my name during the game, but I'm sorry, Jurgen, within them first 5 minutes, the whole stadium will be singing I'm so glad Jurgen is a Red. I wouldn't even be surprised if we sing it before You'll Never Walk Alone. Um, I'm quite close to the front of the Kop on Sunday. And if we do end up getting fist bumps, I actually feel like I might be in tears because Jurgen means like he's the greatest manager I've ever seen. I'm a generation of Liverpool fans where, and I think a lot of people in the group might be in the group chat, but before Jurgen, the only trophy I'd really remember seeing us win was the Champions League. And if you think that was a mad season, we weren't the greatest at any point. Really, we shouldn't have won that Champions League. We weren't the best side in the final. Um, but like I've grew up with Liverpool being sort of like a bit of the joke in the top six. Jurgen came in and completely changed that. My little brother, who's 13, about to turn 14, only knows that side of Liverpool. And I get it, Jurgen's special for him, Jurgen's special for the older ones, but for my generation, like, he literally completely changed what we saw Liverpool do, what we were used to seeing Liverpool do. And obviously as well, like, seeing my grandparents who are no longer with us, but were here when Jurgen started, going, "Oh, he reminds me of Bill Shankly," and then seeing him do what he done, it's very emotional to think about. Yeah, he has said he won't manage for at least a year, and he also said he will not manage in the English leagues again. He even made a joke saying, "Even if I can't afford to eat, I will be never coming back to the English league." Unless it was for Liverpool possibly, but like I said, I think that might not happen. Um, what if Salah was going to say for next season because they say the players just got the news this morning? How will this impact Salah staying or leaving in the summer? I don't think, depending on what news we get on who's coming in and that, I don't think it will affect Salah. I also don't know. I don't think Salah would go to Saudi currently. I think seeing how a lot of big players are currently jumping ship from the Saudi league. I can't see Mo Salah this season now taking the risk of going. Sorry, I'm just letting the dog out. But I don't think Salah goes to Saudi. I think if anyone else comes in for him, possibly he leaves. Sorry, let me get back on here. But I don't know if Jurgen. I don't know. It's one of them things a lot of people are saying about the players, and I think genuinely a lot of the big players, Alisson, Trent, Konate, Virgil, Robertson, Szoboszlai, who was just a new signing himself, Nunes, Diaz. I think when you look at them, they're not there just for Klopp. Yes, they love Klopp and everything, and are so happy to see what like he's helped them achieve with the club. For me, them players also are in love with Liverpool Football Club, just the fans and the team itself. I don't think it's anything. Obviously, them coming might have been to do with the success Jurgen's made and Jurgen himself, but they've come here and they fell in love with the club. So I don't know if it will affect players staying, leaving, whatever. Um, I would be happy to start again and give a manager all the time in the world, but the issue is we currently have a very good crop of players, definitely. Is there something behind the scenes we don't know? Now we don't know that there's a lot of rumours going around. Klopp, I haven't watched his press conference yet, mainly because I can't bring myself to watch it. I've got Sky Sports News on currently, and it's a Jurgen Klopp special tonight apparently. But for me, there's rumours about FSG. Jurgen, I believe, has already turned around and gone, "That's a load of rubbish." He's got a good relationship still with them. Whether there's anything going on in his personal life, I don't want to speculate on it, but there could also be something there. It could just genuinely be that what he's told us is true. He just feels like he hasn't got the energy anymore to give it his full. And you've got to remember, being a manager isn't an easy job. You see it constantly within the Premier League. Like managers coming in, managers leaving. Look at United over the past few seasons, Chelsea, Tottenham, the amount of managers they're going through. Like, it shows how tough it is to be a manager, and I can't imagine the stress he's on a week by week basis when each game's coming in, and especially after last season, not playing the best the team had played. So there's a whole mix of things. I don't want to speculate over it, but genuinely could be something else. The fact that Staffan Linders is also leaving is worrying. To me, that isn't worrying just because you usually find when a manager leaves, his staff will leave with him because no matter who we bring in, they're going to have most of their own backroom staff that they'll want to bring in. You see it constantly with managers when a team changes the manager, the backroom staff always changes as well. And maybe with the owners knowing since November, they've already found out that the people maybe they're speaking to about coming in for the job want to bring in their own backroom staff, and they've had to have them conversations. And also Pep Linders, I think we've seen he said he wants to go on and be a manager somewhere else, like an actual proper manager. And I think he's 100% ready for that. Like you see it when he gets a bit more involved with just being a pure manager when it comes to early on in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Um he has a really good managerial like capacity. I think he is Pep Linders. If we could have him for a year as manager and see how it goes, I'd love to give him that chance. It's whether the club would be willing to risk that, and it's also whether Pep Linders feels like he's ready for that job. Um, it's yeah, so sad. I've been cheering Liverpool for 15 years. I was happy when we won the league, Champions Cup. I'm not born in Liverpool, but I feel so sad from South Korea. Yeah, I think anyone who's a Liverpool fan, no matter where they are in the world, they feel so sad. Um, do you have faith that the current ownership can bring in the right replacement? I'm not so sure. I do have faith in them. You've got to remember at the end of the day, yes, a lot of people aren't fans of FSG, but FSG are the ones that originally brought in Jurgen Klopp. And before then, they brought in Brendan Rodgers, who, yeah, a lot of people might not be the biggest fan of, but he brought us the closest we had been to winning the Premier League in years. And then obviously Jurgen comes in and wins the Premier League. But they have made right decisions managerial wise the past few times. It's just a case now of it's a lot harder of a job to replace anyone sort of thing. Um, someone saying I nominate you to coach Liverpool. I would not be a good manager because I would scream too much at them. I wouldn't know what to tell them to do. But I'd literally just be on the bench going, "Come on, you're better than this." Like I would not be a good manager of any football side. Um, oh, Dan the man saying hit that like button. Thank you, Dan. That is pretty cool. There's 60 people watching, so thank you everyone for watching currently. Oh, 65. And there's 44 likes. Genuinely, like people just watching me chat about something that I love the football. I genuinely love this. And like I said, I'll be there on Sunday, so there will be a match day vlog from that. Another super chat, thank you so much. It is you are so lucky to witness Jurgen managing us at Anfield through your eyes. It was a dream for me to see him at Anfield, but it's over now. Probably lots of love from India. You never know. It might. I know it wouldn't be the same, but hopefully in the future you could come to Liverpool if you can't make it this season, and he might. I could imagine Jurgen coming back and managing the charity games, which would be nice to see. But I think that'd be a long time since then. Um, Sorry, there's like someone saying they're leaving supporting Liverpool because they're still like they're following Klopp, and I don't really know what was going on in that chat, but um, Plus side is the new manager won't have to deal with attitude, respect problems with the dressing room. Yes, I think that is a good point. It seems, especially with the way Jurgen handles them, I do feel like we have a good group of lads currently in that dressing room. I feel like they have a lot of respect, one for each other, which is massive. There's no big egos in there, but also they have respect for not just the manager and the coaching staff, all the staff. If you ever watch like when they do training, like stuff at the training centre, and you have Carol in the food canteen and like they're talking to her, like they get introduced to them. It's a good attitude a lot of the players seem to have. So yeah. Um, how do I feel the next home games atmosphere will be? I genuinely think till the end of the season now, and I hope it will be, it's gonna be electric each game because a lot of people are gonna be treating each game like it's the last game seeing Klopp. I know I will be because genuinely, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go to the last game of the season, which is quite upsetting for me. I'd love to be there. I'm usually there every week anyway, but no one's gonna wanna give up a spare ticket for that. It's gonna be so hard to get them in the sales. I've even today looked at a hospitality, which I'm never usually willing to pay, and there's not even any hospitality for sale. So I am gonna struggle to go to the last game of the season, it looks like. So every game for me now, I will be treating like it's my last game at Anfield with Jurgen Klopp being there because it's just gonna become even harder to get tickets now, which is understandable, but it's I feel like every fan in there is gonna treat it the same way, and I hope people do. But we shall see. Um, has to be Alonso 100%. Um, I'm just trying to catch up with the chat. Um, Craig's TV says, "Hi Courtney, I would want Gerrard to be manager." I agree with that. I don't think I said when Gerrard was at Rangers and there was that whole chat, I said I'd want Gerrard to go from Rangers to a Premier League side or a European side and get some more experience. Obviously, he went to Aston Villa. It didn't work out the best. Um, I would have liked to see him go maybe somewhere in Europe after Aston Villa, but obviously he's ended up going to Saudi. I think if he ever wanted a chance of being manager at Liverpool currently, he would have to like leave Saudi and go to somewhere in Europe or somewhere else in the Premier League and get that experience built up for a few years before he gets the chance to even consider being a Liverpool manager. Watching Bayer Leverkusen games, Alonso is cooking with proper backing. He'll do wonders at our club. I would love to see Alonso at Anfield. Do not get me wrong, but not 100% sure. Um, please film vlog last match of Boss. I really want to go there, but I can't get a match day ticket. I can't even get a match day ticket for that game currently. So there'll be a vlog last day of the season, no matter what. I'll be around Anfield, whether I'm at a pub, we'll have to wait and see. Fingers crossed I am inside that stadium somehow. But I will be bringing a match day vlog. I can't promise it'll be a good one because I will more than likely be very, very, very emotional that day. But sorry, I'm just doing something there. But yeah, I hope I'm there to bring it to yous all, but oh, it's it's gonna be an emotional day that day. The Wolves vlog is gonna hit different. Yeah, it's I want to make another video besides that about Jurgen leaving. I'm not 100% sure at the minute how I'm gonna do it. I've got a few ideas possibly, but we shall see how it's going. I'm not 100% sure at the minute. Um, ticket prices for Liverpool matches from now on. and then it's a skyrocketing thing. They're already been skyrocketing, and especially with the way we're playing this season. I was already prepared that I was gonna struggle for the last day of the season if it was title race. Now we've got the news that Jurgen's leaving. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it. Genuinely, I don't. I'm currently in the mindset of I'm not gonna get a ticket, which is upsetting enough for me. Don't wanna get emotional, but I'd love to say bye to Jurgen. Like, I'd love to be there. And also, if we win the Premier League that day, or even if we're just, it's like it's a title race situation. I'd love to be there. Um, Especially going week in, week out and watching the team progress the way it has. Like being there last season, even when we weren't doing well that last game of the season, I still loved it because you get a show at the end, the players and the manager and the coaching staff, your how much you admire them and how much you want to thank them because they go around and you can sort of like clap for them and like if you're close enough you can maybe say like shout over like thank you so and so for whatever you've done. And last season obviously was dead emotional because of Bobby, and I was grateful to be there for that and be able to like say me thanks by sort of being there. For Jurgen, I would genuinely I'd probably sell my soul or sell an organ to be there. Which the way ticket prices are gonna go, might have to do that. Um, I will miss Jurgen and his fist pumps so much. Definitely, it's I can't imagine the last fist bump. And I was thinking about this today. I think it was in November when they done the opening up for the new up at Anfield Road, and they done the test event with Jurgen doing the Q&A there. And I remember at the time being like, "This is a bit weird that Jurgen's given up his evening to do this." Because the last time it was just kids playing football. And I remember when he came out and he was like just like chatting away with Peter McDowell, very happy and that, and watching him. And then he comes over and he speaks obviously about the games coming up in this season. And then he done the fist bumps at the end, and just the way he was with the crowd and that. I I was thinking about it today and I was like, he must have known at that point what he was gonna announce today. And it made sort of sense to me how he was in that Q&A. If you haven't seen it, there's a full video on it on my YouTube channel, so go and check that out. It was quite interesting to hear a lot of what he had to say, but um, it's it's one of those sort of things. It's nice that I've now got that video to look back on and be like, oh yeah, I remember when I was there and we opened up the new stand and got to listen to Jurgen talk about being manager of Liverpool. Um, I'm just constantly getting emotional. They're showing him on the telly walking around the end of last season waving at everyone, and I cannot deal with it. We've got 6 months to clone Klopp. It's the way it's going. I've never wanted to win the title more than I do this season. Klopp deserves more than just one title, and he deserves to celebrate with the fans. That's the thing, he could potentially end up not celebrating a title with the fans. I so hope he does. Saw someone earlier say, Pep, just give us this one. Like, just give us it. And I am one for that. Like Pep Guardiola, please let Jurgen win the Premier League with the fans there. To be honest, it's not only Pep we've got to say it to, it's Arteta, Arsenal and Aston Villa. Like, they're still on our backs at the minute, so never know the way this season could go. Fraser, I reckon it's just mind games. Can you imagine this? He gets the mic at the end of the season, played the last game, and he's like, "I'm not leaving." I would find that quite funny. But yeah, anyways, there's my little thoughts on today's news. Didn't cry, nearly cried once, but that's quite good for me so far today. Let me know in the comments if you're watching this back or if you're in the chat currently, what's your current favourite memory of Jurgen? Um, for me, it's probably has gotta be the night we won the Premier League, seeing him on Sky Sports News, and he's talking about it, and then you see the emotion come over him, and he just cries, and he goes, "Yeah, I'll see yous later," because he's that emotional, and I just remember watching that and being like, even if I wasn't a Liverpool fan, say I was sat there watching it, and I would be thinking, "Do you know what? It couldn't have happened to a nicer manager that after so many years of a team not winning the league, that he wins it for them," sort of thing. So, yeah, it's a sad day in Liverpool Football Club history, but hopefully this season now ends on a massive high for Jurgen and the team. For the team that he's built up to have their memories of this season hopefully being an unforgettable one with Jurgen before he leaves. But with that being said, I'll see us all on Sunday, which again is bound to be an emotional game. But yeah, with that being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see us all next time. Bye.